Breaking news for every American watching right now. Former President Donald Trump has just approved a new plan that could put $2,000 directly into the pockets of millions of Americans. Yes, you heard that right. A brand new stimulus-style payment, which he is calling a tariff rebate check. This could mean extra cash for families, seniors, and workers across the country. But before you get too excited, let me explain what's really going on, who could get this money, and how soon these checks could actually arrive. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe right now because I'll keep you updated with every single change to Social Security, SSI, SSDI, VA, and stimulus programs across America. I'll bring you the truth and clear news when others just bring rumors. I upload daily updates so you never miss a single payment alert. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell right now because you deserve to know first when money news like this breaks. Now, let's get into the full story. Donald Trump just announced his approval of what he's calling tariff rebate checks, payments of up to $2,000 that could go out to millions of Americans. He said that this money would come directly from the tariffs, which are taxes charged on goods imported into the United States. Trump explained that the government collects billions of dollars from tariffs, mostly from products made overseas, and that this money could be sent back to Americans as a kind of rebate or reward. He even described it like a dividend to the people, saying that instead of the government keeping the money, it should go back to hardworking citizens who have been struggling with high prices, inflation, and rising costs of living. This statement immediately caught national attention because it sounds like a new form of stimulus check, something Americans haven't seen in years. People across the country are now wondering, is this real, and will it actually happen? Trump's team is promoting the idea as a bold move to give financial relief without adding to the national debt. That's because the plan uses tariff revenue instead of borrowing money or raising taxes. In simple terms, when foreign companies pay tariffs to sell their products in the U.S., the government collects that money, and now Trump wants to give part of it back to you. Imagine buying groceries, paying bills, or covering rent with an extra $2,000 in your pocket. That's the kind of help many Americans are hoping for right now, especially seniors on fixed incomes, parents with kids, and low-income families still recovering from years of economic stress. Trump has been very vocal about how he plans to use tariffs to protect American jobs and industries. But this time he says the money earned from those tariffs should be shared with the people who make this country run, the taxpayers. He mentioned that these rebates could be issued once the new tariffs are fully implemented and revenue begins to flow in. According to his proposal, every American could receive between $1,000 and $2,000 depending on eligibility and income levels. The idea is to help working-class Americans, Social Security recipients, and veterans who have been hit hardest by inflation. Many experts are comparing this idea to the stimulus checks that were sent out during the pandemic. But this version is tied to trade revenue instead of emergency relief. However, it's important to understand that even though Trump has approved the idea and publicly supported it, it's not officially law yet. For this plan to become reality, Congress would need to pass legislation authorizing the payments. That means it's not automatic. Not yet. Right now, it's still a proposal that Trump has endorsed as part of his larger economic plan. But the fact that he's already talking about sending out $2,000 rebate checks means it's being taken seriously by his advisors and the media. News outlets like Newsweek, Reuters, and the New York Post have confirmed that Trump called these payments a dividend to the people, showing he wants to share the tariff profits directly with American households. The reaction from the public has been intense. Many Americans say this could be life-changing, especially for those living paycheck to paycheck. On social media, thousands of people are posting about the announcement, asking how soon they can expect the money. Some believe it could arrive before the end of the year if approved quickly, while others say it might take several months to organize. Economists have mixed opinions. Some think the idea could boost the economy by increasing consumer spending, while others worry it could add more pressure to inflation. Still, supporters argue that because the money comes from tariff revenue, it wouldn't create new debt, which makes it a smarter and safer way to help people than borrowing billions like during the pandemic stimulus programs. Let's look at how this could actually work. The government collects billions of dollars every year from tariffs on goods like electronics, cars, steel, and consumer products. If even a small portion of that is redirected to Americans, the amount could be huge. Trump's plan reportedly involves using around $300 to $400 billion in tariff revenue to fund the payments. If approved, that could mean every eligible American receives one-time payments in the range of $1,000 to $2,000 depending on income and household size. People receiving Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and VA benefits could also be included, especially if the goal is to reach all low- and middle-income Americans. Now, let's talk about the timing. Trump has said that this program could start soon after the new tariffs are in place. He emphasized that this money belongs to the American people and that it's time for the government to give back. He also said he wants to reward Americans for their patience and resilience during years of high inflation and rising living costs. In his speech, Trump mentioned that the money could go out in the form of checks or direct deposits, just like the earlier stimulus rounds. He said the process should be simple and fast so everyone eligible can get their rebate quickly. But will it really happen? That's the big question. At this point, Trump has given his approval and public support, but Congress has not yet voted on any official bill. It's possible that discussions could begin soon if lawmakers agree that this plan could help the economy. Some political experts believe the idea could gain strong public support, especially among seniors, veterans, and working-class Americans who feel left behind by inflation. If enough lawmakers back it, it could move forward within months. Many Americans are already talking about what they would do with an extra $2,000. Some say they would use it to pay medical bills, rent, or debt. Others say they would save it for emergencies or help their families. For retirees living on Social Security, that money could mean the difference between struggling and staying comfortable for a few months. Imagine being able to buy extra groceries, pay off a credit card, or simply breathe easier, knowing a little extra help is coming. That's the kind of impact these rebate checks could have if they become real. Now let's talk about why this plan matters. Over the past few years, Americans have been facing high prices on nearly everything: food, housing, gas, and healthcare. Even though inflation has slowed slightly, many families still feel the pressure every day. Wages haven't kept up, and fixed incomes like Social Security haven't stretched far enough. The cost of living keeps rising. But the help from the government has stopped since the pandemic relief programs ended. That's why this new proposal feels like hope to so many people. It's not just another promise. It's a plan that could actually use existing money, not new debt, to give Americans a break. If this becomes official, it would likely follow a process similar to the stimulus checks sent in 2020 and 2021. The IRS could handle the distribution using tax records and Social Security information to send direct deposits or paper checks. The government already has the systems in place, which means the process could move faster once approved. People who already receive benefits through direct deposit, like SSI or SSDI recipients, would likely get their money the same way. Others might receive paper checks or prepaid debit cards. Trump's advisors say the system could deliver payments within weeks once legislation is signed. It's also important to understand that this plan isn't just about giving money. It's about creating a new kind of financial connection between the government and its people. Trump said that instead of letting tariff money sit unused, it should go back into the hands of Americans who earned it through hard work and loyalty to the country. He believes this will strengthen the economy, boost public confidence, and prove that America takes care of its own. Some experts even say it could become a long-term policy where Americans receive regular rebate checks from tariff revenue, kind of like a national dividend system. But, of course, not everyone agrees. Some critics argue that giving out rebate checks could still raise prices if people start spending more all at once. Others say the government should use tariff money to reduce national debt or fund infrastructure projects instead. Still, many ordinary Americans disagree. They say that after years of struggling with inflation, they deserve direct help now. They want to see real money in their accounts, not just promises about long-term projects. For seniors, this plan could be especially meaningful. Many retirees rely only on their monthly Social Security payments, which often don't cover all expenses. A $2,000 rebate could help pay for medications, utilities, or home repairs. Veterans and people with disabilities under SSDI could also benefit in similar ways. These groups have been some of the hardest hit by inflation, and many feel ignored by the system. Trump's plan directly mentions helping those on fixed incomes, which is why so many in the Social Security community are watching this news very closely. So, what should you do right now? First, stay calm and stay informed. Remember, this is not yet official law. It's a proposed plan that has Trump's approval and could move forward soon if Congress agrees. Don't fall for scams or fake websites promising early payments or asking for personal information. The government will never ask for your bank details or social security number through phone calls, emails, or text messages. Always get your information from trusted news sources or official government updates. And remember, I'll keep you updated every step of the way. As soon as there are any official updates from the White House, Congress, or the Treasury Department, I'll post them right here. If the plan gets approved, I'll tell you exactly who qualifies, when payments start, and how to make sure you don't miss yours. That's why it's so important that you subscribe right now and turn on the bell notification so you're always the first to know. This new tariff rebate check idea could be one of the biggest financial stories of the year. Whether it becomes a one-time payment or recurring benefit, it shows that there's growing pressure in Washington to give Americans more direct financial relief. It also shows that the conversation about stimulus-style payments isn't over, not by a long shot. People still need help, and leaders know it. If you're watching this and hoping it really happens, you're not alone. Millions of Americans are praying for extra help. Every day, people send messages saying they can barely afford rent or food. This proposal could finally be the answer so many have been waiting for. It's a chance to turn tariff profits into people's relief. And if it passes, it will show that the government is finally listening to the struggles of ordinary Americans again. Until then, make sure you keep watching this channel for verified updates. I'll be here every day breaking down what's true, what's not, and what's next for your benefits. Whether it's Social Security, SSI, SSDI, VA, or stimulus updates, I'll bring it all to you clearly and simply so you always understand what's happening with your money. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button because big announcements like this can happen anytime, and you don't want to miss them. And now, let me ask you, what would you do if $2,000 landed in your bank account tomorrow? Would you save it, pay bills, or help your family? Comment below and share your thoughts because I love reading what my viewers think. Your voice matters, and this community is built for people like you who want real answers, not confusion. So once again, here's the summary. Trump has approved a proposal to send $1,000 to $2,000 tariff rebate checks to Americans funded by money collected from tariffs on foreign goods. It's not official yet, but it's gaining attention and could move forward soon. The goal is to help working Americans, seniors, and families struggling with inflation. If passed, payments could go out through direct deposits or checks, similar to the previous stimulus rounds. And as always, I'll continue to keep you updated daily with every new piece of information. That's all for now, but this story is just beginning. Stay tuned because big updates are coming soon. Thank you for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video with more breaking news about Social Security, SSI, SSDI, VA benefits, and this brand new $2,000 tariff rebate check plan that could soon change everything.